punch your ticket automatically to the quarters, and that's a big deal.
An extra day of rest, not playing a game, means all the difference in the world. When you are in a conference like ACC, we talked about, good from top to bottom, physical and fast. Yeah, you want that extra day of rest. And Louisville, a team that is so used to succeeding in the postseason, finds themselves fighting for that top 4 seed.
Eagles control the opening tip. We are underway in Chestnut Hill. And the starting 5 for the Eagles, dealing with injuries, but we told you about Mayer, second in the ACC in dimes, almost 7 per game, trailing only Olivia Miles. And the Eagles did challenge Louisville in that first matchup. How about Mayer on cue from downtown?
Yeah, not surprised. This is going to be the way for Boston College to win this game today. I think behind the 3 has got to be kind to them. And Louisville, like I said, I think they've got some inside advantages along with Van Lith. On the outside, Cochran, number 44, keep your eye on her, as well as number 2, Nyla Harris.
And leading rebounder for the Cards, Olivia Cochran, a junior out of Columbus, Georgia. 5 on the shot clock, deep 3 off the mark. Oh no, off the mark with that one, and here comes BC. And the spin no good by Todd, tapped out back to the Cards. Jeff Walls, great run he's had. Took Louisville to the Final Four last year. One of 2. Check that, 4 Final Four appearances since 2009, but 2 appearances in that title game, Brooke. They want to get back.
Jeff Walls, he knows how to win. He knows how to change strategies mid-game, even mid-possession sometimes. And this has been throughout, covering Louisville for so long, watching sometimes the defense change 2 or 3 passes in. It is so hard to prepare for Louisville. That's what you're going to face now this year. What they're trying to get is offensive consistency from everyone outside of Van Lith, I should say. And that's a nice shot for Harris that banks in.
Freshman out of Orlando, Nyla Harris connects. A Max Preps Player of the Year as a sophomore in this state. Beautiful Sunshine State this time of year. Boy, we'd all love to be in Florida in late February, right? It feels good down there.
You're in South Carolina. It's hard for me to sympathize with you.
Shot clock winding down. Mayer's got to go. Double teamed. Daly off the pump fake. Tracked down, and a fresh 20 and a foul called as Harris came crashing down on Todd.
I love the decision making, though, especially as the shot clock's running down. You don't see BC panic. I liked Gakdang coming out for the high ball screen. She slipped it. It wasn't there. And then, look, Daly is another player to keep your eye on. She will pop out in this game doing the little things. And right there, a ball fake to let the defense go by her so she could get a clean shot.
Todd off the mark. Louisville controls. 3-2 ball game. Just underway. Conti 4, and there's a 3. And it is well short. Joanna Barnaby McNamee, Coach Mack, year number 5. Got the Eagles into the WNIT last year. Dealing with injuries and various setbacks this campaign, Brooke.
I really love her energy. I love the fact that, she's so patient and willing to go through the growing pains with a young team. Doesn't mean she doesn't want to win, right? I didn't say that. You're okay with losing. But the teaching points are there, and the moments of belief in these young ladies are there. So this Boston College team, I think especially if they play well defensively, grab a few more rebounds than they're normally used to, and can hit some threes, I think they are ripe for a win today, an upset at home over a Louisville team, trying to find again their footing right after that loss to Notre Dame. So they're feeling feisty. Are they in a moment where if Boston College shoots really well, yes, they could compete in this game today.
Yeah, just 4-12 in the league so far. One more conference game remaining. That's coming up at Wake Forest to wrap things up next weekend. The coach told us we haven't had bad practices. We've been confident in practice. Can that translate on game day for the first time, really, maybe since that upset against top 10 NC State last month?
Yeah, it's really hard to get practices to translate into games. A nice defensive series for Boston College. You just got to keep going hard at it. And there's Daly in the front court. Good job by Van Lith to meet her and stop that. Much undersized Van Lith.
Gakdang, a little high-low action, and the baseline cut, an offensive foul. Lacey, the guilty party.
Defense, the calling card of any team, that wants to shine late here. And that is a terrific job by Cochran. Help side was there, and yeah, shoulders down. You got to be able to just stop and pop. Sometimes you can get so craving that layup, that point-blank layup. Just pull up. As Van Lith says, I'll pull up. I got 3 for you.
Cards grab their first lead. Hailey Van Lith had 24 in the first meeting between these two. 4 minutes in. Gakdeng tracks it down, nearly turns it over. Now Daly collects. JoJo Lacey, the step back. That's a long 2 off the back iron. Harris the rebound. Jones off the mark and a foul underneath called against the Cards.
Boy, Hailey Van Lith, everywhere she goes, you have to keep your eye on her. She's so quick to read and move without the ball. Good screen by Cochran. Set it up, and Daly, who's a good defender, has got to be a little more physical with her. As you saw in the Notre Dame game, Citron was on her a majority of the time and did an excellent job. You have to try to push Van Lith into some help and create as difficult a shot as you can for her.
Eagles made their first shot. They've missed 4 straight since. You mentioned Notre Dame. Everybody in the conference still buzzing after that Thursday night OT win by the Fighting Irish against the Cards. And Olivia Miles with that step back J, the long 2, the difference in that one. Gakdeng down low, had position, but too strong.
You're trying to find position. Sorry, Roy. Trying to find position down low is going to be real tough for Gakdeng today. She's going to meet her match.
I need your commentary on that Miles step back J that beat Louisville.
Man.
What did you think?
First of all, you text me, and I was already calling a game, so I hadn't quite had a chance to see it. I immediately go on Twitter in a commercial break, and I tell you, I got Arike Ogunbowale vibes. I know you had mentioned the same thing. That shot on that right corner, but what did it for me was the leg kick, and it was like a horse shot. I tweeted it's Van Lith getting lit here early on Sunday at Boston College. Her second 3. And boy, yeah, that shot from Olivia Miles was like too cool for school. I can't even explain it.
Eagles going cold. Lacey off the mark. Morgan Jones the board. 6 on the board already for Hailey Van Lith, 3rd leading scorer in the conference. The runner no good by Jones. The putback is good by Dixon.
Both teams enjoy pace, and I love the way that Louisville is moving in this game, offensively and defensively. They're on their toes. Nobody is standing still. And Van Lith really engaged. There's a lot of activity trying to get deflections. Good help side. There's just a complete package. There's more good help side. Dixon that time with the rejection.
Block. Louisville in the midst of a 10-0 run in Chestnut Hill.
Olivia Miles just cold. There's the leg kick. So casually knocks down the game winner in front of some old Notre Dame teammates as well. Everybody there to support it was hype inside. And look how it's paying off as well. Not only does she hit game winners, she leads the league in assists. And just as you mentioned, it is one of the best passers, I think, of all time in this game.
One of the best passers I've ever seen. Mayer, of course, for BC, 2nd in the league, trailing only Miles in dropping dimes, and that'll stop a 10-0 burst by the Cards. The layup is good to make it 10-5, and Mayer on cue connecting for us. But the vision of Olivia Miles, we've talked about it so many times. The men's or women's game, I don't know in person if I've seen anybody any better, any more creative than Olivia Miles.
Well, I never got a chance to watch Magic Johnson in person, but I'd say there's a close comparison, if any. She's that good. Tiana Mayer, finding room, playing tough. As a freshman, she has no fear. And at this time of year, you're not a freshman anymore. And BC has got to find scoring wherever they can. And if they can get layups like that, in addition to hitting some outside shots, now they got to try to control some glass here. And Van Lith's been fired up so far. It's rare misses, and we'll probably see from her today.
First miss from deep. She'll get it back in a fresh 20. Cards back to work. Mid-range is there. Mikasa Robinson.
And I like when Robinson looks for her shot as well. She's a definitely pass first and such a powerful player. With that quick release, I'd love to see her pop more into that paint and try to demand the ball.
Off the skip pass, check out the ball movement. The rotation is there. The three is there for Daly.
The extra pass from Boston College, something they certainly focus on. This is a very unselfish and young team. And usually, Roy, you know, those two things don't necessarily go together.
I mean, they really don't go together in broadcasting either, right? We're perfect examples of that.
I'm young and you're unselfish. Is that how that goes? Good job by BC to go through this offensive series. The ball's inside. Look, you drive, help side comes over. Textbook, extra pass, Daly for three. One of the other things she can do. I just really love her confidence and how hard she plays. A little thing. She'll come out and stop transition. She'll post up hard. Help side, good screen.
Now, Louisville fans may not like seeing that replay of Thursday night, but there's good news to tell you about. You get Notre Dame again coming up next week in the final weekend of the regular season, which is pretty sensational in terms of the old schedule. Here's a steal.
Making that shot a bit harder than it needed to be was Jones. Again, you can just pull up for that short shot, but she had the body, the length there to stay on the right side. There's no reason to have to go to Euro. Ended up being under the basket, making the shot too hard.
Mayer off the mark. Liz Dixon the rebound. Here comes Van Lith, and she traveled before getting that shot off. Never released it. Thought she had a wide open look, and she did.
Van Lith and some turnovers have been one of the things that has plagued not only her but Louisville this year. We'll take another look at it. 1, 2. I'm not sure I counted any more than a gather step, but either way, Van Lith, because she handles the ball quite a bit, she's going to turn the ball over some. And as Jeff Walls has shared with us, and you can just watch it on film, sometimes she can over dribble or just get herself into a tough place. And just another great pass from Boston College. That's how you get it done. So what my point is, the more that Louisville can pass around the ball and look for a great shot and not try to force something, the better off they'll be. They have a lot of scores.
Approaching a minute to go. Fast-paced first quarter, one possession game. Cards led by as many as 7 early. Boston College has rallied. Mid-range is short. Dixon off the mark. We'll stay with it. And now 4 opportunities on this one possession. Van Lith, yes.
That's a relentlessly tough possession from Louisville, and that's what you're going to get. That's top 4 seed. That is national semifinal Louisville at play right there, coming at you in waves.
Open look for Todd. That's a 3. No. Shot clock is off. Cards with 6 offensive rebounds in this first quarter. 2 point blank misses make it 7. And a foul inside. Free throws coming for the Eagles.
So that play right there with Tyina Mayer going inside. I mean, the obvious play was to go inside, right? Daly had Van Lith pinned and was basically at the rim when she caught it. However, Mayer, as a freshman, could have just taken it herself and tried to create a shot. She didn't. Went for the better option. Daly able to power through, get herself to the line. And Boston College, another smart decision here early on. These little ones can help add up to the end because, if you remember last time, it was a slow start for them, and they were trying to catch up the rest of the game.
Don't forget, coming up Thursday night, we'll have another great women's basketball doubleheader. Haley Cavender leads Miami against Haley Van Lith. And the Cards, that's up first at 6, followed by NC State and Duke. Matchup that has all kinds of cachet at 8. That last foul called on Dixon. Daly off the mark at the line. And our first quarter comes to a close. Well, we told you about Tyina Mayer, second in the conference, dropping dimes. How about one here? And dignity at all times, recognizing that our differences don't divide us, but in fact make us stronger. And a great show of unity pregame and all week in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Back inside Conti Forum. 10 minutes in, Brooke Weisbrod, Roy Philpott. And a 4-point game between the Cards and the Eagles. Off the miss, here comes Louisville.
Gacting not positioning herself inside there, instead willing to take the free throw shot, and Louisville's going to give her that every time. She's much more dangerous around the post. However, she can't put the ball on the floor. As Daly gets ahead, this is where they could shine as well. Just love her game, y'all. Keep her in mind. She's a player.
Andrea Daly, sophomore out of Miami, 22 starts this year, 1 possession game. Do you like what you've seen so far from Haley Van Lith with the 8 first quarter points and the 2 early threes?
Yes, I do, because those were all shots that were right timing, good situation to take. She's moving well without the ball, and she's creating for her teammates. You know, there's times where you feel like Haley Van Lith maybe thinks she's got to take it all on herself, and in this game, I definitely don't feel like that's happening.
Good look inside, and an easy bucket for Van Timmeren.
There's Carr, a terrific three-point shooter. If Louisville can get her to run off a few screens, you're looking at nearly 50%. She's clapping for the ball. She wants it.
Good look inside. Instead, the foul called on the penetration. Gacting picks up her first. Free throws coming for Louisville.
Taina Mayer, another terrific pass. I mean, it looks obvious to us, but you're not in a game and you're not 18 years old, or you are not in the middle of ACC season playing nearly 37 minutes a game. So, you know, for her to be as calm as she is and make the simple play really speaks volumes about how mature she is.
Cochran at the stripe, 61% this season. And one more coming. Don't forget, every Thursday, 10 Eastern, right after our women's basketball doubleheader. Nothing But Net crew will break down the night. The ACC highlights, news, and notes. And also Syracuse and Clemson coming up Wednesday in a critical matchup in the league. 2 teams on the bubble. And speaking of Louisville, I think the Cards, last night on the men's side, severely damaged Clemson's NCAA tournament hopes. I'm just telling you.
I feel a heavy heart over there.
Well, as a Clemson graduate, it kind of hit close to home.
Hey, you still got the tournament. Come on.
They're going to have to win the tournament. Like, I think that's where it is. They got to win it.
Okay. So do it.
Lacey on the offensive glass. Gacting the putback. No.
Look at Cochran. I just love to watch her play. I would hate to receive a screen from her, but I'd love to see her set one.
Cochran on cue. The mid-range couldn't finish. Gacting, a wide open path, the left-handed finish.
Yeah, Gacting, good screen and roll. Perhaps got away with a step, but either way has read the screen and rolls well today. When Louisville tries to double team, she's sliding through and trying to slip it, and Boston College is finding her at the right time. Here goes the screen. Look, they're looking to either hedge it really hard, get that double team. Gacting slips it. A good step through. I'm watching it back. Looked like a legit move there, and finished on the left side.
Thank you. That's right. This crew's been very talkative in terms of steps this morning in identifying potential traveling violations that have or have not been called. Lacey gives Boston College a lead back.
Now, that was the first one that I introduced, so I'm not going to take all of that. You're
our
saying
trusted producer, Michael Baker, identified perhaps that Olivia Miles took an additional step on that game winner. I'm just saying. Tied up, Robinson, the mid-range. I mean, if you go back and watch the replay closely, that last dribble, was there an additional step or two that occurred? It was hard to tell. It's hard to judge. The answer is yes.
She's got such quick feet. You know, it already happened. You can't go back.
I mean, if you slow it down, And maybe we need to go back and revisit that. And Louisville fans would be interested. If you slow it down.
They don't want to relive that. It doesn't matter. You can't change the call. Don't do it to the Cardinal fans. Don't do it.
We love Olivia Miles, and the shot was magnificent. It reminds us a little bit of Notre Dame winning the national championship and Wale in a similar spot, as you mentioned.
Oh, no.
But, man, if you slow it down, there's a lot
rubbing
happening.
Salt in the wound, y'all. This is not my call. Here we go. One,
two, three, four.
Oh. Was it a few? Either way, it went in.
Foul was called on Daly. We're not getting any thank you notes from Neil Ivey right now, but that's another story for another day.
You're just causing problems throughout the league. I'm just going to lay you. This was all Roy's business today, you guys. I'm putting him under the bus.
Cards back in front. Dixon 1 of 2 at the stripe. It's a tough play. It's a tough play to officiate. Make no mistake about it.
I could not do it. I know that. It's a temperament I don't have.
If I could underscore that with 3 red lines, I would. Offensive
what a great
foul.
Defensive play. Well, you're susceptible to charges when you keep your head down like that, and that's the second time that we've seen, I think, Lacey drive and a Louisville defender sliding over to help brilliantly. There's Harris. Textbook charge. Yeah, absolutely. Now, did she have a shot before that? Absolutely as well. So that's the next level in her game as Gaktang gets her first block. Is those moments before you make contact, can you make an easier play? So you're trying to even keep the ball in bounds after the block.
It's so hard to do. That really is an underrated, not talked about enough skill sets.
Agreed. Because your instinct is to want to throw it into the 5th row. That's what you want to do.
Harrison active start, sends it outside, an open 3. Down it goes. Chrislyn Carr, the transfer from Syracuse, when she's been electric from downtown this year for Louisville.
You can see Coach Mack responding and reacting on the sideline to say that, that is especially one player we cannot leave. Carr so confident when she gets that ball.
Zama off the mark. Louisville in transition. Great dump off to Harris and a patient finish inside. Eight 0 run for the Cardinals. Now lead it by 6. Van Timmeren. Stepping out. Chrislyn Carr, one of the top 3-point shooters in the Asia.
To the cream of the planet, it's a cultural term referring to Africa's abundance of natural resources. The cream refers to diamonds, gold, platinum, ivory, natural gas, uranium, copper, cobalt, and cocoa beans. Africa is the wealthiest continent when it comes to Earth's natural resources, and the uniforms are about continuing to tear down obstacles to build something beautiful in our communities, our nation, in our world, and also about acknowledging and respecting Black leaders and influencers of the past and giving them their flowers while they're here. And I have to say, the trim on the side with the floral Adidas, like, you guys hit it. Perfection. Roy and I would not mind a little pair of shorts or a little jersey to rock over the summer if you got some extras.
Talk to me. Harris inside gives Louisville an 8-point advantage. 6 minutes into our second quarter, and the Cards starting to flex on the road, Brooke.
Yeah, the Cards are really starting to show why they're a seasoned team, why they're a team that always makes deep runs in the tournament. They're good on the boards, they're solid defensively, and they're starting to put pieces together offensively. They're becoming a team that is looking for the best shot and not just relying on one superstar to get them there.
Casa Robinson keeping the dribble alive. 10-0 run the last 3.5 minutes. Mid-range make it 12-0. Dixon connects.
So now 4 players have 4 or more points for Louisville. This is a terrific balanced effort so far and early for the Cardinals.
Louisville 13-1 all-time against BC. This is just the 15th meeting between the two. Second of the season, as we've talked about. You look at that record on the road going back to 2017. Pretty impressive. And Lith wide open. Merrill race to track it down, the left-handed layup, and that'll stop the 12-0 run.
So now you got to look at Boston College and their young group. Do they have the legs? You know they have the spirit and the fight to compete with Louisville. Are they going to have the legs and the length to get there?
Van Lith in and out. Offensive rebound up and in by Dixon.
Louisville is just relentless inside. I don't know if Boston College has an answer because you've got Gakdang and Daly, of course. We're both strong and versatile post players, but Louisville's just got, more size, more depth.
Good look inside. Better defense by Dixon. She's got 7.6 boards and a couple of rejections already. Mayer banks it in from deep.
Never panicking. A little help.
Our guy Charlie Cream currently has 8 teams from the ACC in the tournament. Certainly a talking point this time of year, and a foul called against Boston College inside.
So Louisville defensively, 2 blocks today. It feels almost like more because Boston College, when they get that ball inside, look, that is straight up walled defense. Great job by Dixon to use her length and just positioning. And then we mentioned a little bankside help. That'll work.
Mayer picked up the foul. That's just her first. Less than 2 to go in our first half as Van Lith will track it down. He's halfway out of the arena. And Van Lith with a path and a foul. Friday night, we'll have our featured women's lacrosse matchup between #1 North Carolina and Virginia Tech, live from Blacksburg. Coverage starts at 7 Eastern, right here on ACC Network and the ESPN app. I wonder if that's my man Drew Carter doing some of that lacrosse coverage. He's a big lax guy. He's all over the place. He's in studio, calling lacrosse. I can see him doing some of that.
I could see Haley Van Lith being a good lacrosse player.
There we go. I can see that too.
Yeah, that's some skill that could transfer over real nice.
Speaking of Drew, we'll give you the toss at halftime for the halftime hiatus. Report coming from Drew Carter, Ivory Latta. Big weekend in the conference. This game, the first of many.
A little extra spice there. At the end of that play was a tie-up jump ball. As Coach Mack is trying to make sure they spend these last few seconds here of the first half and get exactly what they need out of them. As you mentioned, Louisville's been on a few times runs, hit 5 of their last 7 shots, BC 2 of their last 10. So they definitely need a score here. And Louisville flexing their defensive muscles late.
Trying to secure 20th win of the season and continue that outstanding positioning for the upcoming NCAA tournament. How about just 10 days away? 10 days away from Greensboro. That's hard to fathom.
I know that's right. Cannot wait. Tournament this year is going to be absolutely insane.
Shot clock winding down. Cards got to go. Robinson. A little up and under. Better defense. Van Timmer in the block. And did they call a foul? They did.
It did look clean from here after that block from Gakdang. It must have been just enough time. Let's watch it again. So was the foul called on this block attempt?
It's called against Louisville.
Got it.
And it was Dixon picked up her second. Three from the corner. That would have been big. Van Lith taps it right back to the Eagles. Mayer for three. Yes, big shot.
Roy, Taina Mayer has 4 assists in this game and is 4 of 7 from the floor with 10 points. The freshman will lead you. 13 points, I should say.
Shot clock is off. Here comes Haley Van Lith. She'll give it up to Robinson. No. Still time. And our first half comes to a close. Mayer with 13 and 4, but the Cards an impressive 14 and 4 when leading for the Cards, currently on the bench in red.
And both players with a lot of pride and toughness and want to show that and flex it out there. And I mean, I certainly have no issue, with that. I'm glad it didn't get any dirtier than it got, and broken up. The coaches were out there separating the two. So I'm sure, things got straightened out over the locker room at halftime. But, man, fire, passion, and energy. And a little smack talking, I got no issue with that. A little extra forearm extension. Not an elbow, but a forearm extension is okay with me, too.
Mayer inside. She's got 15. The lead down to 4. I was going to say, I believe you set the single-season record for technical fouls called in Big South history back in the day, Coastal Carolina.
Likely. Not sure if there's a stat
was
on
off.
it, but yeah. No.
Three-pointer.
Right.
Kono off the mark. Cards get it back. Here's Haley Van Lith. Do you want to see her get some more touches or do anything different in the second?
Honestly, I really think she's playing a great game. She's got 8 shots, but the distribution is Harris has 4, Robinson 5. Kono has yet to hit a shot. She's 0 of 5. But I like the fact that she's just shooting the ball. And Van Lith is hunting for her shot. She's not playing where she's forcing everything. And that's where Louisville's going to have their sweet spot.
Marika Kono, no. Mayer a rebound. Leads all scorers with 15, now in transition. How about the dime? Inside in the bucket by Lacey.
It's a good way to get the second half started for Boston College. Some points in transition. Coach Mack told us that their transition fast break is the same one she used to run in college. She said it's foolproof. Foolproof. Maybe I could say the word correctly. And a great job again by Mayer to find the inside open look. That's the 12th assist team-wise and the 5th for Mayer.
Back to a one-possession game. Eagles start the second half off in strong fashion. 32-30. And the impressive thing about Mayer is it's not only she's second in the league in assists, trailing only Olivia Miles, it's that she plays so many minutes. Like, she rarely gets a break. And as a first-year player, you expect her to hit that freshman wall. That never happened this year.
Yeah, it's just incredible to watch somebody have sustained energy for this long in this kind of league. This really goes to show you the level of commitment, of fitness that she's taken on. Clearly, he's done the work.
Haley Van Lith and Taina Mayer in the top 3 in the conference in minutes played. Cards back in his zone. Todd splits it. The runner. Just short. Stolen back by Todd. 1-on-3. No matter. And we're tied at 32.
Hold up. We had a Euro reverse and I think a finger roll, a little English, all in one play. Boy, the turnovers, they've been rare for Louisville today. Boy, that's just their 6th of the game. So a big turnaround from where they've been. What a play, though.
And the first points for Tiana Todd comes at an opportune time. Boston College trailed by as many as 10. We're now tied. 7:40 to go in the third.
Some good show of sportsmanship from Gakdang to pick her up. And here's the turnover. Todd, picks it up, secures it, and that's not an easy shot to hit over Cochran, who has shown to be able to block a shot or two.
Second foul called on Gakdang. I think you and I believed this game was going to be competitive. You go back to the first matchup, Louisville raced out to a 20-9 lead. And then Boston College won the final 3 quarters. So I think there is a certain level of confidence here for the Eagles, especially playing at home in their final home game of 2023.
Yeah, you catching a Louisville team coming off a loss on the road. You know, they've been taken to overtime by Notre Dame. They're a team that is seasoned and will find a way to dig deep and get the win. However, if Boston College can hang the way they are now, especially at home, when you look back, as you mentioned, a 20-9 first quarter, and that hasn't happened. So here we are, neck and neck tie ball game here deep in the third quarter. And Coach Mack, I think, could really start to sense this opportunity for her players. Now it's about playing with poise, and each possession getting the best shot you can.
Said we're digging deep. Coach Mack this week for the lead. Down it goes for JoJo Lacey.
Remember, Coach Mack was talking to us, Roy, about playing with pace but not in a hurry, as Robinson makes a nice move underneath, can't finish. This is it right here. You're playing with pace, but that's not a hurried pass. That's a brilliant pass inside. Another dime, and Todd with the finish.
Todd with 4, all coming in the last 2 minutes. Taina Mayer with 15 and 5. And the lead is 5 for the Eagles. Boston College buckets so far in the third. They have their largest lead. The 3, no. And Todd watches that one bounce out of bounds.
Let's go back to BC's ball movement. That's been the key. Less dribbles, more passing, little touch. Lacey finishes with the 3, and the vision by Mayer. Right on point. Todd with the good catch. Didn't rush, didn't try to jump into traffic or look for a body. Instead, she cleared some space and made the easy play. Well done.
About a 19-4 run in the last 7 minutes. Going back to the end of the first half after facing that 10-point deficit. Daily travel.
Both teams really efficiently taking care of the ball today, though. Louisville, 6 turnovers, and Boston College the same. We do have an even ball game.
What do you want to see different out of the Cardinals on offense?
Well, I don't think as many players are being willing to take shots right now. What I see is Boston College playing more aggressive, and Louisville is playing a bit tentative. Very unlike them.
Daly on the deck and a timeout call.
Good job by Coach Mack to get that one in. What I want to see from Louisville, Roy, is to see their defense create offense. That's where the Cards can shine.
Out here, Brooke.
Well, the fact that there's no ACC team at a 2 or a 1. Mr. Cream, understanding that the ACC still has a little work to do to get to the top, which kind of surprised me, except that you look, again, top to bottom, and ACC tied with a couple other conferences for the most bids out there. And, Charlie's the expert, and so I hate to go against all of his numbers and his research. It's hard for me to look at a Notre Dame and Duke or Virginia Tech and think that they don't deserve it too.
Virginia Tech, Georgia Amore, Elizabeth Kitley, so impressive in the last week or so especially. Meanwhile, Louisville has not scored in the second half. An 11-0 burst by the Eagles to seize control surprisingly.
BC hit their last 3 shots, and Louisville has really struggled here throughout half of the second quarter and here continuing into the third. The field goal just 1 of 9, not even shooting a whole lot of threes either. We credit Boston College defense and the fact that they're getting the ball inside and getting shots. So Louisville not able to really run their fast break, but to me, it's got to start defensively again for Louisville. Van Lith is definitely one who can get them going. But Louisville, who usually scores a lot on their defense, needs to do that today.
Mayer will shoot 2 free throws. Boston College today has 16 made field goals. Mayer has scored or assisted on 12 of those, including Turkey and Syria. I encourage you to visit redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross respond today. Your donation enables the Red Cross to respond to and help people recover from this disaster. 2 free throws for Mayer. She's got 16 and 6 points so far. Cardinals, Brooks, still scoreless in our second half.
Yeah, it's pretty shocking, to find Louisville in a rhythm where they're looking for offense this long. And for Boston College, we mentioned it, the longer this game goes on, and they still have that feeling of their first matchup of, hey, we can still close this game out. They haven't had, knock on wood for them, they haven't had a bad quarter yet. And Louisville kind of scraped by. You see Boston College defense, right? I think the pressure at the guards is getting amped up. And so Louisville trying to find an interior pass is becoming harder to do.
Lead at 7. Mentioned the critical nature of this game. We showed you Charlie Cream's update on bracketology, the ACC standings. This one starts to matter a little bit more, trying to secure that double bye. Furthermore, Boston College really hasn't beaten Louisville all that often in conference play. Louisville 13-1 all time, and currently listed as a 6th seed according to Charlie Cream. But you want to see Louisville in your bracket as a 6th seed. That almost seems a little disrespectful.
Oh, man. Any of these seeds, I guess, in my opinion, because we see ACC so much, is that it's not high enough. I mean, Miami was at a 9. They are so dangerous. They've beaten a lot of teams in this league and given people problems because of their quickness, how well they pass. The Cavender twins are just a nightmare.
The lid remains on this end of the floor. And a foul inside called against Boston College. That'll be Gakdang, and that's her 3rd.
Just not a lot of options either if you're Boston College. So Gakdang cannot afford to foul. And get her out. And Daly gonna take her spots. You lose a little size, but Coach Mack understands the importance of having her in, especially the fourth quarter about this time, the 3-minute mark. Now, BC can keep their lead. Now they're really doing something. The zone, so active.
Cardinals have missed 12 straight shots. 12. That changes there. The left-handed runner is up and in by Russell.
Jeff Wall is going to go with those who are going to play hard for him. He's searching for offense, so he said, listen, somebody go get me a bucket. And Russell listened and got it. You see Robinson pumping up her teammates. Little jab step, drive hard. Just read what the defense gives you. The lane was open, so she took it strong with the left. And that's what you need right now if you're Jeff Walls. You just need somebody to go in there and fight for buckets.
Daly outside, Todd for 3. It's amazing when you think about it. Louisville went more than 9 minutes in between field goals and yet still only trails by 5. Shot clock under 5 for Mayer. The step back 3. Boy, he almost felt like that one was going to go.
Yeah. And she's really shown a lot of maturity in this game. The only player for her team, though, in double figures. She creates something in that transition. They love this.
Open look, that's JoJo Lacey, this time an air ball. She made one from there earlier in the quarter, but not that time. Don't forget, coming up Thursday night, same Louisville Cardinals back at home, the KFC Yum Center. Miami comes to town. We have seen the U. They are impressive and athletic. That's up first at 6 Eastern, then NC State at Duke. Follows that one. What a great rivalry matchup at 8 Eastern. Kara Lawson and number 9 Duke against Diamond Johnson. And the Wolfpack right here on ACC Network, also on the ESPN app. Van Lith short. She's been off so far today. Eagles come away with the rebound.
Good transition defense by the Cardinals. That's where Boston College has not been able to extend their lead, Roy, because even on those missed shots, we see an and one. Whoa, how did that happen? As we see BC work for offensive plays, they're not getting their transition buckets, so they got to go into the secondary. Mayer going to pick it up, take all kinds of contact, and just hit it off the glass. Now 19 points for the freshman.
Love the reaction, love the emotion, love the veteran experience from a first-year player. I mean, fake it till you make it. She's got it, Brooke.
I know that's right. I also love the fan who kind of put his hands out at the end, just a little flex. Yeah, you could look at Mayer. not know anything about what class she is, and I would probably put her at a junior. I mean, the way she's playing, she appears to be that way.
Her third 20-point game in her young career. Cardinals have work to do. They'll get it done with Dixon. Full court pressure now. They'll try to trap. And a timeout called by Coach Mack. She saw how that possession was unfolding and did not like it after Jeff Walls switched up the D. Quick break as we step aside at contact.
Points in the third quarter. That is so un-Louisville-like, but credit BC and their offense and their transition buckets. And Mayer, let's give her all the credit and the flowers today, because not only has she scored, she's created for her teammates. She's on the bench right now, probably for not very long.
Cardinals control it. Russell, who has a basket off the Louisville bench, 13 in red, has been active here at the end of the third quarter. Brooke Weisbrod, Roy Philpott, is Dixon inside, the lead down to 4.
Ooh, there's Robinson getting it going. Again, the hard drive, I should say, into the paint. Defense reacts, and they have to pass it. Now Louisville's press with Gakdang and Mayer both out of the game. The Cardinals can make their run.
Dixon the block, coast to coast. There goes Russell. One possession game.
And you don't want to call timeout if you're Coach Mack. You just did, and the quarter's about to be over. And a foul on Russell.
Defense translating into offense, Brooke.
So you asked me a few minutes ago, what do you want to see? I want to see this right here. If I'm Louisville and the Cardinals fan, you got a block, assist, a great layup. That's an easy bucket, and you get to set up your press.
So an 8-point lead in the span of 60 seconds gets trimmed to 2. Todd at the free throw line, where she's 89% this year. We'll try to change that at the end of our third quarter. So Todd with 5, all of those coming here in the third frame. Make it 6. You wonder if they were going to try to go 2 for 1 for a minute. Little shake and bake, and Robinson, no. High low, and the pass nearly intercepted. It'll stay with the Cardinals, 14 to shoot.
Good job by JoJo Lacey to read that. Able to just break up that play enough and stop some rhythm. You gotta have active hands. I mean, the deflections, that's the reason they're counted on the sideline, is because they lead to steals. They lead to great defensive plays.
Speaking of great defense, Todd may have gotten a piece of that mid-range jumper. Carr was off the mark. Those two were going after it the entire first half. So advantage Todd with the shot clock off. Big possession. Mayer, Lacey, and Van Lith clipped her on the blow-by.
Good defense to close out the third quarter here from Louisville. And BC got the shot that they wanted. Mayer coming down again, playing patient. That's a good-looking 3. Perhaps a ball fake. Could have had a 1 or 2 dribble, either pull up or even a layup maybe there. Van Lith showing her Zion Williamson, getting away to the corner.
3 free throws coming off the foul by Van Lith. 2 more now for Lacey. A couple of costly misses here. Lacey, 66% at the line.
Yeah, these are big ones. Obviously, with a 4-point game, everything's going to matter. That's a good job by Mayer to just reassure her. But 0 for 3.
Well, the Cardinals maybe with momentum on their side, starting the fourth, but trailing by 4. 10 minutes to go. Conti Forum. No mathematician, but you're accounting for, 75% at least of your team's offensive production. Impressive.
You are a mathematician.
Technically, that's accurate, at least when I was in school. Final 10 minutes. Brooke Weisbrod, Roy Philpott, Louisville basketball. Big game for the Cardinals, considering where they currently sit, according to our friend Charlie Crane, and also in the ACC standings. And they have work to do to maintain their current spot in those standings in our fourth quarter. The mid-range jumper is there, and it's a one-possession affair.
And that's a good set play by Jeff Walz to start this quarter to get Russell a mid-range jump shot coming off a screen. She's the one who got the scoring for them going late in the third quarter. Now defensively, you feel the Cards starting to flex too. Robinson with a kick.
So it's now a 10-2 run in favor of Louisville after trailing 42-34. And it feels like that switch with the full court pressure has changed how this one is felt. And an offensive foul, the call here.
BC continue to have problems driving the lane and running into charges. And so, again, there's nothing stopping you from pulling right up there on that C. Just shoot it straight up. You know, what does it gain you to try to jump into contact and hope the whistle blows in your favor? So that's where BC is showing a bit of its youth. And Louisville's run also came at a good time when Gakdeng and Mayer were on the bench.
Yeah, Gakdeng with the 3 fouls. JoJo Lacey just picked up her 3rd foul, and now Louisville can tie or take the lead instead of turnover. The steal by Daly, and now Mayer directing traffic. They call her T-Money, and that's her nickname according to Coach Mack. And tell you what, that is well executed today, is it not?
I love that. You could turn that into T-Moolah. You could turn that into all kinds of fun stuff.
Shot clock winding down. Mayer's got to hurry. Gakdeng corrals it. Got the shot
play.
off.
Russell came in there and looked like she blocked it.
She did. So Russell with the mid-range to start this quarter. And now the rejection as well, and another chance to tie it up for the Cardinals. Open path off glass. .44 apiece. And Russell continues fantastic work off the bench. She's got 8.
How about 8 points in just 10 minutes? Exactly the kind of punch Jeff Walz needed.
And a held possession. Boston College has it. And a timeout on the floor.
Positioning here to find, and Carr finds her. She's just making easy plays, but she's playing hard. 8 points on 4 of 6 from the floor. And so Louisville, this is their time. It was a close game at Syracuse a few weeks ago. They started to pull away in the fourth quarter. The team that gets better as the game goes on, so BC's really going to have to fight to find their win.
Robinson inside, a brilliant bounce pass. Cardinals back in front. Dixon, another layup, and she now has 13. Gakdeng with position, the pump fake. And the putback is up by Allie Van Timmeren.
Not too many second chance points today. That's just the 6th for BC. We knew rebounds was going to be tough for Boston College. And Louisville +8, so not too bad.
Carr for 3, no. She's 1 for 6 from the floor. Stolen by Van Lith. Haley Van Lith off glass.
So tough. Driving hard right, and she's left-handed, so still found a little strength to do that jab step, get back to the left side. And here come the Cards, getting strong late. Another steal.
Cardinals by 4. Outburst here by Van Lith with quick play and quick hands. She's got 14. Boy, this game has changed. The blink of an eye. Boston College had all the momentum in the world. Less than 2 to go in the third. An 8-point lead. That has really woken the Cardinals up. Todd, long mid-range.
That's what they needed. They needed the answer back with some toughness, and Todd brought that. This is the same Louisville team that scored just 4 points in the third quarter. 8 points, I should say. They're already at 10.
In and out on the layup. Russell had a path, couldn't connect.
Haley Van Lith, good hands, gets back over to the left side. I don't know how she had enough strength to change directions like that. I mean, that is such a hard move there. And then the stifling defense again. Louisville's going to finish. That's pop, pop. And all of a sudden, you find yourself in a deficit against a good team that knows how to get better as the game goes on. And I don't think Van Lith has tried to do too much in this game. It's one of the better games I've seen her play this season. Leading without really trying to push too hard to get the win.
5-second violation gives it back to Boston College with a chance to tie or reclaim the lead with a 3. Gakdang from Mayer. Mayer reclaims it. Gakdang on the offensive glass. How about the hustle?
My goodness, the defense from the Cardinals. So many active hands, good help side.
Yes, she lost the handle, and now Louisville gives it right back. It has not been the afternoon that Chrislyn Carr hoped for.
Man, you can just feel how physical this game has become. There's so much pride on both teams here. BC, young and hungry for a win. Louisville experience needing a win to get to the top 4. Gakdang just gets a rebound over Russell. Russell may have caught an elbow there inadvertently on the end.
Well, we've seen inadvertent elbows. We've seen forearm push right before halftime. Wrestled away, and let's see a jump ball. It'll stay with BC. Daly can't believe the call.
Let's go back, take another look at this one. Good double team from Louisville for Gakdang. Yeah, it looked like a little activity there, but that's twice Haley Van Lith has said, I'm going to go up against Daly and challenge her pound for pound.
Gakdang kept it high and finishes strong.
You can really see flashes of her game. She's going to be such a huge post player and presence in this league.
Carr for 3. Daly clears. Tied at 50, halfway through the 4th quarter. Dare, check it, Mayer wide open, no. And Louisville gets it on the held possession.
I like the shot from BC though. Neither one of them wanted to let go. See, this is the kind of stuff that I like. This is pride. There was nothing dirty about that. Both players respected each other, just wanting the win. Mayer with a good-looking open 3. Battle of the boards has just gotten so important inside. Yeah, that would be you and I right there, just tussling over the ball. Love the competitiveness on both sides today.
Big matchup in terms of the ACC standings. Think about the top 4 seeds clinching the double bye in Greensboro. Tournament starts in just 10 days. 2 point-blank opportunities. Cardinals can't connect. Russell finally does.
That was tough. Opportunity for BC off a close miss. You always say don't save the ball under your own basket. There were no other white shirts by the end line. It was Gakdang who saved it. She could have used a little help here. Defense from Gakdang. Yeah, where's the box out? That's where Mayer's got to scoot herself inside. As a point guard, you're used to being the one, the pressure release to go back. But you see 21 Daly, she's up there. So that's a growth moment for Mayer to say, okay, we got the transition covered. Let me get in here and fight for the rebound.
Todd missed the layup. Here comes Carr, 3-on-2. Russell was fouled, and free throws coming for 13 in red. Marissa Russell has been everywhere in this second half. 10 points, 4 boards, and a chance for 2 more.
Marissa Russell's on pace to become the leading scorer of this game, playing very limited minutes. Louisville in their fast break, good decision by Carr. And Daly a little aggressive to put her at the line.
One more free throw coming. Don't forget ACC Unity Week continues Wednesday with our men's basketball matchup. Clemson, Littlejohn Coliseum hosting Syracuse. That's at 7 o'clock Eastern right here on ACC Network. Also on the ESPN app. A bubblicious matchup on the men's side. Van Lith tracks down the rebound. Cardinals by 3.
I think I go back right now to some missed free throws for BC and plays like this. How many times have we seen Louisville save them?
Robinson, the save. Carr from downtown, and put a star by that one for Louisville. Layup's good, the left-hander. Ali Van Timmeren on the other side. Van Lith steps into one. Dixon saves it to Carr. Third quarter, it was all Boston College. In the fourth, the return of Louisville here on the road. Mid-range, no. Robinson gets it back. Carr. Boy, it's just pinballing around everywhere and finally out of bounds.
Unbelievable. 21 offensive rebounds for Louisville, and it's the hustle. Plays like this. Incredibly poised game today. Just 1 turnover in 35 minutes, 7 assists, 4 rebounds, 20 points. And that young woman right there, too, Marissa Russell, has come through for the Cards. 11 points in just 15 minutes.
Mayer with 2 steals in addition to that stat line. That should be pointed out. She's gotten it done defensively when called upon. Think about her future with this program and what Coach Mack will bring back and hope to bring back next year. Russell inside, blocking foul on Gakdang, and that's her 4th.
That's a big one. That is a big one here, because if you're Louisville, you go right back to it. Don't waste any time. Let's take a look. Yes, clearly inside. Coach Mack knowing how big of a play this one was. Thinking she had a chance for a charge, and she's in the charge circle.
Russell's been automatic at the stripe this year. 82%, one more coming. Well, if Louisville holds on here, 13 in red, a big reason why today. And the lead up to 6. You know, Coach Mack talked about it with us this week. We've practiced well. We haven't given up. Closing out games, finding ways to win on game day. That's been an issue. And it has been again so far today as Mayer was fouled on the floor.
And so you see Louisville's number of fouls just at 2. So it's not like BC can try to get to the line to get back in this game. You know, quickly, they'll still have to force Louisville into a few more fouls, and they're such a good defensive discipline team. That's not going to be something that's going to come easy.
Brooke, you and I have had a chance to see some of the best teams in the ACC. We've seen teams positioned closer towards the bottom part of the standings. Big shot here by Lacey. No. Box out was there and finally tracked down by Robinson. But I was going to say, teams like Pittsburgh, Virginia, Boston College, I know what the conference records say, but it's a different story when you turn on the film, especially the last couple of weeks. They're going to be very tough outs in Greensboro.
I'll tell you what, the first day, nobody wants to see BC. Nobody wants to see this team. And you see the top 4 seedings here, Florida State, Notre Dame, Duke, and Virginia Tech, then Louisville right there fighting. We mentioned the Hurricanes and the job they're doing. BC on the other side of things. Yeah, they're 4-12. However, a very dangerous 4-12 and a team that could steal a win or 2 in the ACC tournament.
Van Lith off the mark. Back to BC. They're going to have a look at it.
Come up. Those are pretty cool. I love stuff like that because you're either going to leave somebody, you're going to toast and give them their roses. And I think today a lot could be handed out. One big one yet to hand out. Who's going to win this game?
See that on the
within 6. Say again?
I was going to say I see that on the Kelly Gramlich Twitter account. Van Lith out of the break, and Louisville leads it by 8, and the Cardinals in position. (60-52). At one point, it was 42-34 in favor of Boston College. Cardinals have saved their best for last. Lacey baseline, no. Daly on the rebound. She'll get it back a third time and finally tripped up and fouled.
Gotta love her fire. You know, that's exactly the kind of attitude you need when you know you're this close to closing out a game. It's fighting underneath. This is a shot that has just not fallen for BC today. That and the free throws is one of the things that have done them in. They're just 5 of 11 from the free throw line. And 13 offensive rebounds, only 8 second chance points. The Louisville could have put them away today. They had 23 offensive boards. It's been all over the glass. Good help side from Van Lith.
Mayer, rebound cleared by Dixon. And Louisville in position. Don't forget we have Georgia Tech and Florida State as soon as we're done here at Conti Forum. Big afternoon of college basketball in the ACC. Robinson at the line. Casa, an 84% free throw shooter. She'll get one more. A brilliant comeback. It took a bit of time for Louisville to find its rhythm. Well, it felt like on both sides, but I really thought Marissa Russell was a big-time difference maker today, Brooke.
Yeah, she kind of broke that staleness that Louisville had in that third quarter. And, you know, it's a nice thing to have if you're Jeff Walz. You look down your bench and you say, I need somebody to go get me one, go get me two. And that's where she really stepped up. Russell did. And it seemed like the rest of the team followed.
Van Lith push. That time by JoJo Lacey, her fourth. And in a game in which Haley Van Lith really did not take it over. She had 8 points in the first quarter, then kind of cooled off. The defense was solid by BC and was part of the game plan for Coach Mack to try to limit her touches. And still 16 points on 6 of 17 from the floor.
Well, I don't think they expected, Russell to have the game that she did. Dixon as well with 13. You can live with 17 points from Haley Van Lith.
To be exact.
Yeah, that's a real tasty way to close out the season, isn't it? If you're the Cardinals, you really have to get your sneakers on here because Miami's not going to slow down, and certainly that rematch with Notre Dame is going to be excellent. Must-see TV.
I think so. Boston College with one more conference game remaining, one game left at Wake Forest a week from today. It'll stay with the Eagles here in 17.7 left.
Yeah, you mentioned it. I mean, it could just be 2 more games for Boston College, and it doesn't seem that way. They've got some staying power at least to fight through a day or two in the tournament. We'll see.
Daly the rebound. She'll dribble it out. Come up short on the 3. Time winding down. Eagles perhaps with one more gas. And a foul called with 0.6 remaining. Now the Cardinals, it was not easy today. You know that mentally coming off an overtime loss in South Bend this past week, not necessarily easy to overcome that, but in this grind of an ACC schedule, they found a way today.
Yeah, they really did, and that's how you build a program. You win, whether it's ugly, whether it's tough. You've been on the road. You lost the game before. 20-win season. Rack it up. Another one for Jeff Walz and the Louisville Cardinals.
15 in his 16 seasons now.